Hi everybody, I'm Anand Chaudhary and I'm gonna be a high schooler. I'm gonna be a high schooler in Monte Vista High School now. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to start trigonometry because that's a course that many people are gonna start taking in high school. So I apologize for not recording videos for over the past 6 months now, but I kind of lost track of the channel, so I'm coming back at it over the summer and hope to upload a lot. And today we're going to start off with a trigonometry course, and the trigonometry course is going to be based on this book called Plane Trigonometry by Sydney Luxton Loney. It's a very nice, simple book. It explains everything from start to finish, and if you get this, and if you finish this book, you're going to be the master of trigonometry. So we're going to get started with what it got started with, which is the main formulas you're going to need to use for this course. And so we're going to get started with page 24 over here, because all they explain in these previous pages are the formulas, which I'm going to explain right now to you guys. So the main formulas you're going to need in this trigonometry course for now, there's only 8. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but trust me, when you're going to be doing these problems, you can have them on your side, and it'll be really useful to memorize them in the future. But for now, I'm going to go over them, and I'm going to try getting it in your heads. So the first one, and probably the most important one out of all the formulas, is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. Now, I should have given you guys a brief reminder that trigonometry is about all the sine, cosine, and so that if you guys don't know anything about that, you guys should go view my SOHCAHTOA video, and you guys will get a brief understanding on what all of this is. But for now, I'm going to continue on with all these formulas and hope that all of you guys who are watching know what all of this is. If not, again, go to my video on SOHCAHTOA. So this is by far one of the most used formulas, especially for me, because you're going to need sine and cosine a lot, and it's a good transformation, because then again, you could always go and change this to something such as, you can change it to sine squared theta is equal to 1 minus cos squared theta, and then also vice versa, where you can make it cos squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. And so again, these are some things which you're going to need to know. So this formula is the basis for a bunch of other formulas that you guys can create just by changing where everything is, just by playing around with it, in other words. Now the next formula that you guys are going to need is secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. Again, another formula which also is going to be used quite a bit, but not going to be used probably as much as this, because this is a main basis formula that you're going to need. So again, this is another formula, so I'm going to start numbering them, 1, 2. And these are the things that you guys should try memorizing as you're going through this course. Number 3 is cosecant squared theta is equal to 1 plus cot squared theta. Okay, I'm just going to go through them at this point, no more explanations, I guess, because they're all pretty self-explanatory. You know, they're all written down. They're just things you need to memorize at some point. So it's going to, tan theta is going to equal to sine theta by cos theta. Again, this is another big one, because you're trying to, sine and cos are also one of the simplest of all these to use. So if you're going to, you're trying to switch anything you have into sine and cos. So we have tan over here, so it's going to be helpful for us to change it to sine and cos. So again, another very important formula to have. Number 5, you're going to have cot, which is supposedly the inverse of tan. So if it's the inverse of tan, it could be two things. So cot theta is going to equal to 1 by tan theta, which it can also equal to, which I consider a separate formula actually. If it's the inverse of this, it's going to equal to 1 by sine theta by cos theta, which is going to bring us to the fact that cot theta is actually equal to cos theta by sine theta. Yes, it's just the inverse of tan over here. Number 7 is going to be secant theta is equal to 1 by cos theta. And last but not least, I've already done cot, my bad. Cot theta, no, it's going to be secant theta, no, cosecant, yeah, that's what I was missing. Cosecant theta is equal to 1 by sine theta. So again, these are all the formulas that you guys are going to need to know for this trigonometry course. So I'm going to let you guys view that for a second, maybe even copy it down for your notes. But for now, I'm going to take this off the screen so we can actually start doing some problems. Okay, so we're going to do the first problem in this video, and probably we're going to do separate videos just for problems in this examples V. So let's do problem number 1 over here. So problem number 1, always write down your problem. Cos to the power of 4a minus sine to the power of 4a plus 1 is equal to 2 cos squared a. Now, I should mention that we're not only going to have to use these trigonometric formulas, you're also going to have to use some algebra formulas. And so basically, what they're asking in this problem over here is to prove it. So they've given us the solution, 2 cos squared a. And so what we're going to do, we're not going to change the right side at all. This is what we're trying to get. So we're going to try changing cos 4a minus sine 4a plus 1 as much as possible so we can get the solution 2 cos squared a. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see what we have over here. And what I see over here all of a sudden is that we can take the square of both of these things. So it can be cos square of a outside of the square minus sine squared of a squared, and we can just leave this plus 1 on the side. And we already know it's equal to that, and I'm not going to write it every single time. So next thing we can do over here is, since we know our formula, a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b, a plus b, we're going to change this over here to cos square a minus sine squared a, and then cos squared a plus sine squared a, and we can't forget about this plus 1. And all of a sudden now I can see one of our formulas being in use. We have our formula as cos squared a plus sine squared a is equal to 1. And what we have over here is cos squared a plus sine squared a, and that is definitely going to be equal to 1. So now we've simplified this so much already, so it's going to be 1 times cos squared a minus sine squared a. And as I said before, we can play around with this and we can substitute in values. So what our final value over here is supposed to get is a cos. So now we're gonna play around with this so that we can get our value of a cos for sine, and we would get a sine squared a is equal to 1 minus cos squared a. So basically, we have a sine squared a over here, so I think we can substitute this 1 minus cos squared a for that. So it would be 1 cos squared a minus outside of 1 minus cos squared a plus 1. So now I think we can leave this, we can forget about this 1 over here because it's going to make it equal whatever is going to be in here anyway. So this is going to equal to, doing our quick math now, cos squared a minus 1 plus cos squared a plus 1. Now if we can open this up, it would equal to cos squared a. These 1s would definitely cancel, so it would be cos squared a plus cos squared a, which leaves us with the final answer of 2 cos squared a, which is what we were trying to get over here. So now we can see that these two are equal. And I think that's going to be the wrap of our video today. or for now, and we're gonna get to solve more problems in the future. But for now, I think this is a good introduction, and again, I recommend this Plane Trigonometry book by S.L. Loney. It's a very nice, simple book with a lot of problems, by the way, and most of these problems are going to be harder than what you're going to get in the SAT, so it does over prep you. And so that's a wrap for our video, and thank you for watching.